This is the Marvel Multiverse RPG core rulebook, and today we're going to be talking about 5 custom tags that you might want to use. So real quick, let's describe what custom tags are in the first place. So in case you don't know anything about this game, tags are labels that describe an aspect of the character that primarily has a narrative effect rather than a mechanical one. Page 21 in the adding tags section invites you to feel free to come up with new ones and apply them to your character as you like. It also states that a character can have any number of tags, there is no limit. This means that you are free to create new tags and apply as many as you want to your character. So, here are 5 custom tags I've made for you all. The first one is Blessed. Willingly or not, the character is aligned with divinity. This can open them up to all sorts of celestial schemes and divine interventions. So I wanted to create a reverse of the Cursed tag, which is used for Spirits of Vengeance, aka Ghost Rider style characters. So I thought it'd be interesting to have a Blessed tag. That way, you don't have to make a character that necessarily is a part of some specific pantheon or a god to still have them innately tied to their stories. And notice that I say aligned with divinity rather than saying aligned with specifically heaven. The Marvel Universe has tons of different gods from many different pantheons, so the Blessed tag also allows you to essentially have an affinity with, like, Thor or with Hercules. You can kind of play it however you want. There's a lot of flexibility there. But I thought it would just be cool to have a tag that kind of puts your character in that position where narratively it makes sense for them to be interacting with gods and divine schemes and things of that nature. Next up, is Dedicated Support. The character has sworn to assist another character. The character is of at least the same rank as the character they're dedicated to helping. This tag can be taken multiple times. So what does this mean? You may be a little bit confused by the wording of this. So Dedicated Support is a tag that exists so that you can make your character an ally to another character. This could be an entirely new character that you make up, or this can be an existing character that's a similar rank to your character. Now, this is interesting because that character that you're a dedicated support for doesn't have to be your dedicated support. Like, it doesn't have to go both ways. So this could essentially be set up as you're a sidekick, or you work alongside like another hero. I have another thing coming up that's more of if you want your own sidekick, but we'll get into that in a second. Next tag, Legacy. The character's role as a mentor or protege connects them to a lineage of individuals who have shaped history and wielded influence over time. So this is really cool. If you guys haven't read a lot of Marvel comics, they've established in recent history that there have been many different Ghost Riders and many different hosts of the Phoenix Force and many different star brands throughout history. There are a lot of Avengers analogs that go back in time. So when you do time travel stories, you can go back to a period where someone else is the Sorcerer Supreme. And it leads to really interesting stories about legacy, where, Doctor Strange gets to meet up with, the previous Sorcerer Supreme and go on an adventure. Or the current holder of the Phoenix Force gets to meet a previous holder of the Phoenix Force, and they get to learn more about their power. Because you're creating a brand new character in the Marvel Multiverse RPG, it may be difficult for you to kind of have that same setup, right? Whether going to the past or the future, it's cool to set up this idea that it's you're a part of a legacy, whatever that legacy may be. So even if your character doesn't have a star brand or a Phoenix Force or some title that's passed down, you could still say that you're a part of a line of heroes that train the next generation of heroes, and they carry something with them. Whether it's their superhero identity, maybe throughout each generation they all go by the same name or have fairly similar costumes. Regardless, it in a way makes your character in universe more recognizable, because people will be like, oh, you're the Crimson Speedster. There's been a Crimson Speedster in this city since 1965. You can do something like that. So I just thought that was a cool tag. It's definitely more just narrative flavor, but you can definitely play with this a lot in like a time travel campaign. Next up, Protege, the Protege tag. The character knows a younger person that asks them for advice, even when it comes to having superpowers. This tag can be selected multiple times. Protege is essentially the reverse of mentor. Mentor is phrased almost exactly the same way. It's just, I thought it was weird that as a tag, you can have a mentor, someone that you might look up to as a character and ask for advice, but there wasn't just an equivalent. Like, there wasn't a tag that essentially labels you as a mentor for someone else. So I thought it would be nice to introduce that, and it doesn't feel too far-fetched from any of the other tags in the game. And then finally, and this is my favorite of the custom tags that I've built, side character. There's someone out there who has sworn to assist, compete with, or defeat the character. This side character is of at least the same rank as the character and is dedicated to helping them, competing with them, or defeating them. This tag can be taken multiple times, but it should be reserved for truly dedicated allies, rivals, or enemies. So I created this because essentially there was a tag for you to have an enemy, essentially like an arch rival, but not an arch rival, an arch nemesis. But there wasn't a tag for having like a just sidekick or like a partner that like fights along with you, and there wasn't really a tag for a rival like at all. You could argue that the backup tag is kind of like a sidekick thing, but not really. Backup requires you to be a part of some form of organization, and then I guess if you were to say, oh, well, my sidekick works for the organization, so I'm calling them, you could roleplay it like that, but I just thought it would be a lot neater to just have a tag for side character, and then in parenthesis, you could be like side character rival, side character ally, side character enemy, rather than just having the enemy tag, which is just very specifically for creating like a rogues gallery for yourself. So I thought that would be a neat one. That's probably my favorite out of the set. Which of these custom tags did you like the most? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and feel free to share your own custom tag ideas. Also, if you'd like to pick up a copy of this book for yourself, feel free to use the Amazon affiliate link located in the description box below. Thank you all once again for watching. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, logging out. Peace, guys. Check it out. Bow.